After over a month of work, we finally finished this new TAS on Wario's gold mine and saved over 2 seconds. This is the biggest time cut in the history of the track, by far, and there are a lot of new strategies too. So let's go over how we pulled this off. Previous TAS by Monster Marth used Flame Runner and a pretty standard route. Bounce off the pipe, reach the key checkpoint with a spin hop, then SSMT to accelerate. In fact, every TAS since 2013 has used this general strategy, slowly shaving off tenths of a second with better optimization. There have only been 2 strat changes, cutting over some of his turn and switching to Wario for his mini turbo stat. The strategy seemed to be set in stone, until Monster made a huge discovery in 2022, super hopping. This technique allows asset drift bikes to accumulate speed by starting a drift, then doing many spin hops in a row. As the community got better at understanding super hopping, it became clear that it is faster than regular driving on pretty much every track in the game. Wario's gold mine, however, barely has any driving to begin with. At first, there was no guarantee that ODBs would overtake Flame Runner here. The first ODB attempts to show some promise would come in 2023. Justin posted a 150 millisecond improvement to lap 1 using Shooting Star, featuring this clever slip drift to quickly start super hopping. Within a year, the community gained much more experience with asset drift mechanics, and Airo and Monster had made new advancements. ODBs can turn around very efficiently by drifting into a wall. This cancels the drift and lets the bike turn from its facing direction. However, it also loses a lot of speed and Shooting Star has poor acceleration. For this reason, they switched to Bit Bike. It's the slowest bike in the game, but has the highest acceleration and handling. Despite the speed disadvantage, this turned out to be about 0.1 faster than charging the SSMT. The other new strat is this much quicker setup for the Lap 2 Ultra. Instead of using the pole to slow down, they found a way to SSMT right after super hops by performing many consecutive spin hops in the same direction. This not only increases sideways momentum or EV, but for some reason it also decreases the engine speed or IV. When IV drops below 10, the bike can start an SSMT no matter how much EV it still has. Compared to the pole bounce, the bike can turn more efficiently while still sliding forwards. This ends up saving about 0.2 on laps 2 and 3. Using this new route, Airo and Monster created a preliminary TAS in the low 28 seconds range. But before they could make an optimized run, there was still one unsolved question: character choice. While they used Toad at first for his acceleration bonus, they were able to improve lap 1 by switching to Baby Daisy due to her higher top speed. Toad gains after the wall hit and Baby Daisy catches up during super hopping. But the Baby Daisy TAS was more optimized and neither character seemed decisively faster. So for the time being, they moved on to other tracks. In 2026, I decided to start my own research. My first idea was to use Peach on the Sugar Scud. This combo gets the same acceleration as Baby Daisy, but better top speed. However, I couldn't seem to keep up with Baby Daisy no matter what I did. At first, I thought I was just bad at the track, but when I tried improving the Baby Daisy TAS, I quickly found time save. It was then I realized I was overlooking something: the handling stat. So I tried using Baby Mario for his handling bonus, and sure enough, he was pulling ahead. As it turns out, better handling is deceptively useful. At the start of each super hop sequence, better handling means the bike is angled more sideways, thus gaining a bit more EV. While for this wall hit, more handling means less speed loss. Now that we worked out all the optimal strats, creating a final run was all about optimization. Hunting for more direct pipe bounces, better super hopping, and faster wall hits. We also made sure to just barely touch the key checkpoint here. This turnaround was one of the most difficult sections to optimize because the inputs are very specific. Most changes cause the bike to not slow down in time. Also, we are left with a very bad facing angle, so the bike usually slides off the track even after a good pipe bounce. Luckily, we can get this rare tilt to help correct the angle. I also want to point out this weird slip drift again. This part of the course looks completely flat, and it is usually not possible to get airtime on flat ground. But as it turns out, the rail tracks are actually a separate road surface placed slightly above the other one. The slight elevation change is enough to induce airtime. In fact, this is also why the wheel suspension can give this huge bounce while super hopping. It's easy to overlook when watching, but this bounce is very useful to realign leftwards without losing any speed. And that's the story of how this task came to be. Let me know what you thought of this commentary style. If you liked it, I would appreciate it if you shared this video. I would love to make more content like this if there is an audience for it.